Man, if we could have just clipped it back just a little bit where you can actually see the black text there. As that fades out, see, there we go. If you look at this, now 9/11 conspirators profited through insider trading. Absolutely happened. They never tackle it in the program. They don't even mention it. They just show it up there so that you'll never look into that, because the things that they're disproving are up there as well. Okay? Just like up on the top right hand of the screen, they say fires never got hot enough to deform World Trade Center steel. That has never been an argument of 9/11 truth. Okay? I have always stated if those towers were to come down from the damage in the fire, they would have done so asymmetrically. In other words, a piece of them would have tipped over. That's the real science. No one's saying that the damage in the fires couldn't have caused something like that to happen. But a gravity-free, in other words, free of gravity, no resistance whatsoever, pancake collapse on top of itself, a controlled implosion? No, that's not possible from what happened. And they'll never do an experiment that shows that, I promise you. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. A lot more to come. We're going to be tackling this at least for the first hour, taking your calls. PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com. All right, folks, we are back. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. And let's bring that up for PrisonPlanet.tv viewers again, this still shot. Because, again, they put their straw man up in the top right corner. Fires never got hot enough to deform World Trade Center steel. No one ever said that. The experimentation on that is totally bunk. It's garbage. It doesn't prove anything. But then what else do they throw up there? Well, they throw up the insider trading. Don't look at the insider trading. World Trade Center steel wreckage was sent to China and melted down. That happened. That is a fact. That is not a conspiracy theory. Okay, Osama bin Laden is not wanted by the FBI for 9/11. Not listed on their website. We called them up. Rex Toombs said there was no hard evidence linking bin Laden to the attacks. He works for the FBI. He was their spokesperson. Not a conspiracy theory. Throw it up again. And then they throw up a missile hit the Pentagon. Again, people... no matter what you believe about the Pentagon, why is that even up there? They don't even, their experimentation is a joke. It's such a joke on the Pentagon that they actually admit during it that it has nothing to do with the Pentagon whatsoever. It does not prove anything whatsoever. Where is it? He admits it has no relevance. We'll get to that later. I forget. They have one company doing all of this. All right. So let's jump to 17 minutes on this, so we can. Well, you know what? We don't even need to. You've seen it. Fires did not burn hot enough to deform steel. That's their claim. Okay, so let's jump all the way to 28 minutes and show you the tools they used for this experimentation. Now, I got to give them a second here, folks.
As a result of inaccurate or falsified data manipulation.
It was like a controlled demolition, the distinctive kind of controlled demolition called implosion that makes the building come straight down. So you've got massive amount of evidence that points towards implosion.
To address this controversy, we will conduct physical experiments to illuminate what really happened in the 9/11 attacks. 2,000 miles away from Hangar 17 in the New Mexico desert, jet fuel, 2,000-degree heat, and steel girders are about to be put to the test.
All right, let's pause it for just a second here. Let's pause it right on that. Now, that is a bare steel beam that I could lift with my arms. Little old me. I'm not a big dude, okay? I could lift that steel beam up. Now, I've been next to some of the debris from the World Trade Center. They had one of those memorials at the Empire Plaza in Albany, New York. In fact, they did a cover story on me and the other loose change guys on the Times Union where we posed in front of this stuff. Those steel beams are massive. They're massive. Okay? They're huge. So, of course, steel in a controlled environment of 2,000 degrees, just because they made it jet fuel, okay? And they say it got up to 2,000 degrees. They have a heat coupler there. I'd like to see the evidence of that. Until I saw this, I thought that, 1850, 1900 degrees was the tops. Maybe it did get up to 2,000 degrees. It's really a moot point either way. We're going to jump right now to this YouTube video, the first YouTube video that I hit you up with. And we're going to show you what NIST did to try to, replicate what happened on 9/11. See, they built floor models. So this is at 152 of this YouTube clip. And then we're going to show you some of the molten steel that makes the argument here. All right, so let's hit the clip.
Both Bush cabinet appointees. As part of their investigation, NIST contracted Underwriters Laboratories to recreate floor models from the Twin Towers for the purpose of fire resistance tests.
We heard about it in the news. We heard about it right away that the floors didn't collapse. Okay, so they tested these huge models. They're models, but they're huge. I mean, one model was essentially the same size and exactly the same as one of the types of floor sections used. And they tested it according to ASTM 119. They exposed it to much longer fire and higher temperatures than we know were present in the World Trade Center. So right away there was a problem. And that's August of 2004.
All right, let's cut it right there. So what happens to Kevin Ryan of Underwriters Laboratory when he brings this up? He's fired. That's a clip from Loose Change Final Cut, by the way, which we sell over at Infowars.com, probably the definitive 9/11 documentary on the physical anomalies that occurred that day. And when we get back on the longer side, we're going to show you the molten steel pouring out of the World Trade Center. And on top of that, we're going to show you the eyewitnesses, the people who worked for FEMA that witnessed 2,000-degree plus temperatures there. Okay, it's not Jason Bermas saying this stuff. It's people who worked for the government but didn't know what they were seeing, didn't know that this was going to be an unexplainable anomaly unless you told the truth. They didn't know what the truth was. We'll be back after this. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. Tune in now at prisonplanet.tv.